Brand new week, brand new episode of the Car and Bike Show. I'm Siddharth Vinayak Patnankar. Thank you for joining us. And with me is the new facelifted Honda Jazz. Yes, we've been expecting it for a while. I think we've done a lot of coming soon stories on our website, but it is finally here. And when you look at it, you think, hang on, that looks just the same. Well, that's because yes, on the face, no real changes. I'm disappointed. We don't get the LED DRLs that the City and the WRV already have. We could have just thrown that in here as an added feature. Having said that, you do have a few other changes. The tail light treatment is completely new, and you have chrome door handles, two new colors. There's a red and this lunar silver, as Honda calls it. Okay, so I'll show you a little bit more about what's new on the Jazz through the show, but let's quickly get on to the bikes that everybody has been waiting for and everybody is now talking about, the G310 twins from BMW. It's the smallest and least expensive BMW motorcycle that you can buy right now. It is stylish, it's got great build quality and top-notch fit and finish. And it's made in India.
It's the most affordable motorcycle from BMW Motorrad India, and it's priced at about 3 lakh rupees, if you could call that affordable. And it's the new BMW G310R. It's made in India by TVS Motor Company at its manufacturing facility in Hosur, Tamil Nadu, and it shares its engine and chassis with the TVS Apache RR310.
Well proportioned yet sleek, understated yet stylish. The G310R has a very likable appearance, and it even looks good when you go up close and get a tight look at the details. The pearl white metallic shade on our test bike looks elegant and sporty with the BMW Motorsport colors, and the bike overall does stand out. The white headlight and radiator cowls, gold anodized upside down front fork, the belly pan and an informative digital dash leave little to complain about, although a full color TFT panel is missed. The sharp and sleek tail end with the upswept exhaust complete the handsome proportions of the G310R, and if it's quality you're looking for, you won't be disappointed. On the move, the G310R's performance is familiar since it shares its engine and chassis with the TVS Apache RR310, but it's not identical. That's because the ECU is different and there's a lot less body weight on the G310R. That means it's nimble, handles beautifully, and with a slightly softer suspension setup, sails over all kinds of road conditions. And once the revs climb, you're impressed with how lively the engine is, though it's not very happy in the lower revs. The mid-range is strong, but it does peter out towards the upper revs. The bike has some minor buzz and you tend to feel the vibrations as you accelerate through the gears, but it's not too much to have any real complaints about.
Well, so we spent a few hours with the new BMW G310R, and what I like most about the bike is its compact size and very nimble handling. Ride quality is quite nice, very plush. It can take on all kinds of road conditions that we kind of threw at it during our test ride today. And the best part about the BMW G310R are the brakes. It's got standard dual channel ABS and they work like a dream. It's not an outrageously fast machine, but you can go quite fast, reasonably fast than most of the bikes in this segment or even below this segment. And once you brake, the ABS works brilliantly and you're always in control, and it's got sure shot stopping power.
The G310R certainly is a well-built, stylish naked street bike which is light, quick and very likeable. It's not entirely affordable at 2,99,000 rupees ex showroom, but that premium will be worth it for some. It endears itself to you, does the job very well, and is very much that manageable and reliable roadster you're looking to upgrade to. And now onto the smallest member of the BMW GS family, and it certainly looks the part of a true blue adventure tourer. That typical front beak, muscular tank shrouds, the bold GS letters on the fuel tank, all there, and the tall and imposing stance leave no doubt about its pedigree.
Well, if you're the kind of rider who's into adventure, you want to explore this country, you want to go to places the back of beyond, like this one here, you can certainly consider the G310 GS. On the highway, you get a commanding view of the road, you've got an upright riding position, and it's very comfortable. I'm sure you can do hundreds of kilometers in a day. What's limiting this is the small 11-liter tank. You'll need a lot of refills in a tank. But on the other hand, you get 180 millimeters of ground clearance, and that big 19-inch wheel can really take you places.
And such is its presence that you may be fooled into believing that this could be a middleweight adventure tourer rather than an entry-level one. Fit and finish is excellent, and it can give several middleweight adventure bikes stiff competition in terms of design and styling. Yes, it's that good and leaves an immediate impression as a well-built motorcycle. It's not an outright pocket rocket, but more like the calm, strong and silent types. It also tackles almost all kinds of surfaces with ease and glides over broken patches on the road and potholes without a care in the world. And where the road ends, those are very valuable qualities, and they make the baby GS come into its own.
Well, a G310 GS is certainly a very good touring machine, but if you're into hardcore off-roading, maybe this is not the bike for you. It's nice, yes, good ground clearance, very good handling, but on the flip side, it shares the same engine, exactly the same tuning, same engine with the G310R. It's nice, it's got nice touring ability, it's got a punchy motor, but what it lacks is low-end grunt. So you need to rev really hard if you're going off-road, and that slightly takes away the fun of going off-road on this. But overall, I think you can go over any surface, you can explore any place. It's quite a nice bike overall.
Like its sibling, the BMW G310R, the G310 GS is also made in India, and it certainly makes an impressive impression in terms of design and build quality, and with respectable adventure capability as well. Though again, prices would have seemed better at about 20,000 rupees lower. Now, there's no other adventure bike in that segment right now, and which is why BMW will probably get away with it. So if a two-wheeled adventure means nothing short of a GS to you, the 310 is a very capable stepping stone into this family. Alright, so much anticipation on those bikes, and luckily they do deliver. Now we're going to talk about everything that's happened from the start of the year till the halfway point, because there's already been so much action. But I can't help myself, I'm already counting down to this year's awards process. Yes, there's going to be lots of nominees, not this one, it's just a facelift. All new models. Let's take a look at what's happened on the car side for the first 6 months. All the action kicked off at the Delhi Auto Expo in February, where we got a glimpse of what would be launched in the course of the year. And there's been a fair bit since. So, just how difficult is it going to be for the CNB jury to pick the winners from amongst them? The biggest launch of the expo was undoubtedly the new generation Maruti Suzuki Swift, a clear contender for the NDTV Car of the Year.
Launched in AMT with both fuel types, the Swift model offering remains an absolute powerhouse in terms of sales for Maruti Suzuki.
Shown at the expo and launched subsequently, the Honda Amaze subcompact sedan in its second generation. Stark looks, a better equipped and roomier cabin, and a huge USP, a world first diesel CVT from Honda. That is pretty cool, and it's a good option to have. And I have to say, overall, automatics in general across segments getting more and more popular. Another Japanese salvo next. We've also seen Toyota get serious with a volumes offering, the Yaris compact sedan. It's only offered in petrol, but it has multiple manual and automatic variants, and it brings in features like ambient lighting to the party. Call it a crosshatch or a subcompact SUV, a segment ruled by the Nexon last year. Now it's the new Freestyle, Ford's premium cross hatchback. This car drives well and offers new benchmarks for its price point in terms of features, especially that fabulous touchscreen with awesome connectivity. We have also had plenty of action with big updates and facelifts like the Hyundai Creta and the Mahindra XUV, and some important variants as well like the Maruti Suzuki Vitara Brezza AMT. But upgrades and variants don't qualify for the awards, do they? So since there is a massive SUV trend once again this year, let's stick with them, but we move up the price ladder. Now Volvo would be very keen to bag the Premium Compact SUV of the Year award with its XC60, but it's going to have stiff competition because BMW also introduced the new generation of its X3. Oh wait, and Audi also brought us the Q5, isn't it? So it's a three-way battle then. No, wait. The Lexus NX 300h also jumps into the fray. It's the only hybrid of the lot and it looks absolutely stunning.
But the Volvo XC60 is the reigning World Car of the Year 2018. So does that title give the XC60 an edge? We'll have to wait and find out, won't we?
Volvo would also eye the entry premium category with the very capable new offering, the smaller XC40. The contender there, another SUV, the new second generation Mini Countryman. Another stunning SUV to come to India was the Lamborghini Urus, and yes, this one will surely have the jurors wanting more track time. But then again, there's also the most powerful 911 we've ever had. The 911 GT2 RS from Porsche. Surely stiff competition then at the high-end performance end of the market too. Porsche will also bring us the new Cayenne in a few weeks, and in fact the second half of the year will be quite crowded. There's the Audi A8 super luxury sedan, the Nissan Kicks compact SUV, and the much anticipated Hyundai Santro. Oh, and that won't be all, so if the first half of the year was exciting, you ain't seen nothing yet. And it all simply means a fun award season for us, and for you too, when the year closes. So we showed you all the cars that are possible contenders for the CNB Awards 2019. Now time to look at the nominees that are building up on the two-wheeler side. On the two-wheeler side of things too, the action has been pretty hot. So here's a look at the potential two-wheeler nominees for this year's awards. Now while there's been nothing really on entry-level two-wheeler commuter segment motorcycles, surprise surprise, we have 3 new 125cc scooter launches already. First to be launched was the Aprilia SR 125, followed by the first 125cc scooter from TVS, the N-Torque.
The TVS N-Torque is India's first smart connected scooter. It boasts several features and a level of performance which makes this one of the best in its class.
Suzuki also introduced a new 125cc scooter this year, the Bergman Street, which gets the maxi scooter design treatment but shares the same 125cc engine as the best-selling Access 125. In fact, this scooter just launched this week, 5 months after it was first unveiled at the Expo. And then there's more to come as the year progresses. Hero MotoCorp is also planning to launch 2 new 125cc scooters, the Maestro Edge 125 and the Duet 125. Manufacturers do seem to be following market trends and chasing the high growth segments. Honda Motorcycle and Scooter India introduced a new 160cc motorcycle, the X-Blade, a quirky premium looking commuter bike based on the CB Hornet 160R. And TVS Motor Company completely updated its Apache 160 with a brand new 4-valve engine and updated styling. Bajaj also quietly introduced a new 180cc version of its best-selling entry-level cruiser, the Avenger 180 Street. And Yamaha updated its entry-level 150cc sport bike, the R15, which got completely updated for 2018. In the 200cc motorcycle segment, Hero MotoCorp finally introduced the new Extreme 200R, priced very attractively, and Hero is expected to also launch the entry-level 200cc adventure bike, the X-Pulse, later in the year too. BMW Motorrad launched the much-awaited G310R and the G310 GS.
But both the bikes do have a very distinct character of their own. Now, the KTMs certainly could have some trouble on their hands. Having said that, BMW has priced them at between 3 and 3.5 lakh rupees ex-showroom.
The small BMW bikes are made in India by TVS Motor Company, and TVS got its version to market much earlier. A full-fledged sport bike, the Apache RR310 has its roots in motorsport and is TVS's fastest and most powerful motorcycle yet. And it looks good, doesn't it? Kawasaki India also upped the game by introducing the new Ninja 400 this year. It's surprising that the premium and performance motorcycle segment has seen more launches than the mass market segment. We've got 6 motorcycles between 500 and 1000 cc. Some of the key launches: the BMW F750 GS and F850 GS, the rider-friendly Suzuki GSX S750, and the updated Triumph Tiger 800. Kawasaki brought us the Vulcan S Cruiser and the retro Z900 RS. Similarly, the 1000 and above segment got a whopping 7 launches. Triumph launched the new generation Tiger 1200 and the Bonneville Speedmaster. Ducati has upped the ante by launching the sexy and super fast Panigale V4 along with the Multistrada 1260. And Harley-Davidson jumped into the fray with the launch of the Softail Deluxe and Softail Lowrider. The year's just half done and we could be in for some of the biggest launches later on with the 650cc twins from Royal Enfield, the Interceptor 650 and the Continental GT 650 possibly riding in October. And so it looks like this year's two-wheeler jury will be spoiled for choice by the time the year ends with so many new launches.